This woman you see here with the green sweatshirt on, name is Shanesha Taylor. Now, a couple of months ago, it might have been, I believe it was a couple of months ago, she was involved in an incident where she had to go on a job interview. You know, she was having hard times in her life. You know, she had to provide for her children just like anyone else who has children in the world. And she went on a job interview and she had to leave her kids in the car. You know, pretty hot day. She had to leave them in it because everybody knows with common sense, if you ever been on a job interview, you can't bring kids in there. You basically saying, I don't want the job, you know, if you come in there with your children. So she had to do what she had to do. And, you know, the police got a hold of it. You know, she probably was in some white neighborhood. You know how white folks are. They'll call the cops in a minute. They'll write a letter or they'll call the cops. And they called the cops, you know, saying that the children were in there. And she ended up being arrested for that. And a lot of people felt sorry for her, you know, because a lot of people understand where she was coming from. They understand that she was trying to better her life for her children, and she had to do what she had to do for the time being. I was one of those people, you know, I felt sympathy for her because, you know, I can remember, you know, my mother having to do certain things, you know, not anything illegal, but sometimes you got to bend the rules a little bit to get to that next level. So, you know, I sympathize with this woman because I know how it is to be a single parent. Well, actually viewing a single parent. But, word has come out that this woman has been abusing the financial gain that people have sent her. Now, she was supposed to open up a trust fund. You know, people sent her money, you know, basically feeling sorry for her, you know, giving her some money to, you know, get on her feet, open up a trust fund for her children so that her children can have a better life, you know, as well as herself. But it's been word that she's been out here abusing the money. Been out here shopping. She's got a $70 phone bill, damn near almost $300 cable bill. She's got a high car note. I mean, just really been out here flexing to the, you know, the third degree, using the money that's supposed to be beneficial for her children on dumb shit. Then it was word that she used some of the money to fund her baby daddy's rap album. Now, that's not the most stupidest shit I've heard in a long time. I don't know what is. Now, my question is that you go out here and you fund this guy, a grown man. You fund him money for his rap album, but where was this character at when you needed a babysitter for your children? Remind you, those are his kids too. Where was this cat at? But yet, she gets a little bit of money and she funds this guy money for a punk ass rap album that he probably can't rap anyway. And you know what this did is first of all, it was a slap in the face of everybody who felt sorry for everybody who went into their pocket, you know. And you know, times is hard out here for people. You know, everybody's, you know, one or two steps from being homeless themselves. And people, you know, they don't like to give up their money nowadays because of, you know, the world we live in right now. But people, out of the kindness of their heart, went to their pockets, their wallets, their bank accounts, whatever, and donated to this woman. And say, you know what, we sympathize with you. We felt like the law was a little harsh on how they dealt with the situation. We're going to fund you some money because we want to see you in a better predicament. We want to see your kids have a better lifestyle. And she goes out here and abuses that. And now, you know, any woman, especially a black woman, that needs help or, you know, gets wrongfully accused for something, people are not going to help her. Because they're going to remember this situation here, remember this story and say, hey, you know what? We felt sorry for a woman before, a black woman in her situation. And she abused it. So why should we trust this woman over here? And I think she just really, you know, fucked up the game with this because, I mean, you know, it's hard out here for people nowadays, and people try to do the best they can, you know, try to, you know, come out here and provide for their families, and a lot of times you run into roadblocks and you do need some help. But when we have people like this come out here and abuse it, it messes it up for everybody. And I think, you know, this Shanesha Taylor woman, she needs to be locked up. She needs to be brought up on charges because she abused the public money. But, I mean, that's all I got to say about this shit. She needs to be locked up. Her kids probably need to be taken away, too. Because you really abuse the sympathy that people have for you. Knowing don't nobody give a damn about black folks in this country. But that's all I gotta say. I'll leave a link in the description box if you guys want to read more into detail about the story. But this is sad, man. This is fucked up.